A resume or a CV is one of the most important documents when you're looking for a job, an internship, or planning for higher studies abroad. Now, most of us have prepared a resume, but the only problem is that we don't know whether it's good enough or not. Or what is that ideal kind of resume or CV that gets us a lot of interview calls? Well, let's find that out today. Hi everyone, I am Neha Agrawal. I'm the founder of WiseUp Communications, and in this video I'm going to give you clear instructions as to how you can transform your resume. I'm going to share a resume sample of a student of mine and then take you through the step-by-step process of how we transformed it. So without further delay, let's get started. Now, before you start working on your resume, there are few things that you should know. And one of the most important things that you should be aware about is that a recruiter only spends 30 seconds looking at your resume. Yes, you heard that right. So, take your resume in your hand right now. Have a good look at it and think from the perspective of a recruiter. Does your resume do a good job of creating that impactful first impression in 30 seconds? Probably not. So, what are some of these issues that you are able to identify? One might be the format. The format of your resume, the template that you've chosen, might not be very attractive to look at. Another could be that your resume itself runs into 2 to 3 pages, and so it was not possible for you to read the entire thing in 30 seconds. Another could be that a lot of irrelevant information is placed on the top in your resume. So by the time you read all of that, time got up and you did not even get to the main parts of the resume, like work experience section and what exactly you have done. So whatever these issues you are able to identify, write all of them down. Now that you know how much time a recruiter spends on your resume and what are some of the things you need to focus on, let's start talking about how to work on your resume. And this is where I show you the resume sample of my student before he attended my course. So this is what his resume looked like. As you can see, he had his picture on the top right corner, and then he had shared a lot of background or personal information about him. And if we scroll down, you will see some of the sections that we generally see in a resume and the fact that his resume runs into 2 to 3 pages. And now see the resume that he created all by himself after attending the course. Looks very impressive, right? I mean, the moment you see this, just by looking at the format and the way the information is arranged, it feels as if a professional has created it, correct? And it's the same person. He did it all by himself. So how did he transform his resume? Well, he attended our resume building course. It's just a 3-hour course where we cover A to Z of resume building. We first share professional resume templates with you which you can use. Then we talk about how to display information in your resume to make it eye-catching for your recruiter. We also share a lot of resume samples with you so that you can understand how exactly the information needs to be displayed and so that you can write information yourself. And then the best part about this course, we do a one-to-one feedback session where I sit down with you personally, go through each mistake in your resume and then correct it with you to make it ready for submission. To know more about this course, the link is in the description and in the pinned comment. So now the question is, how do we go from this to this? Well, obviously the most striking thing about it is the format first, right? So you can go for any format of the internet, but I would like to give you 2 suggestions. First is that whenever you're choosing a format, always go for a single column format. Why? Firstly, because it's easier to read, and secondly, it's easier for the ATS also to detect information. What exactly is the ATS? Basically, it's the application tracking software which is used by most companies nowadays to filter candidates. Alright? And the second suggestion is to not use a lot of colors. Nowadays what people do is that they make their resumes very colorful by using orange color, red color or bright purple color. Guys, please don't do that. Stick to professional colors with shades of blue or black. That's about it. Now the template you can see here is what we have created at WiseUp, and it works brilliantly. It works with all kinds of companies in India, be it MNCs, be it startups, and it works very well abroad as well, be it companies or universities. So it's the most versatile resume template, and if you join our course, we actually share this template with you. Next important part to transform your resume is of course the content. Now how do we make our content really stand out? Well, we do it in 2 steps. First step is purging. So basically remove anything from your resume that's not important or not relevant to the job. For example, it could be a personal information about you. Say for example your marital status, whether you are married or unmarried. Does it really make a difference to the job or the role that you're going for? If not, please take it out. Or it could be any skills or projects that you've done in the past, again, which are not relevant to the job. You can also take that information out if you have more relevant content to share in your resume. Similarly, look at each section carefully and leave out any information that you feel is not worth the 30 seconds. And now that you've completed the purging step, we move on to the next step, which is incorporating relevant information. For example, add some courses that you've taken in college, which is relevant to the job and the position that you are going for. This will immediately tell the recruiter that you have the right background and the right knowledge for this job position. Another way could be to read the job description carefully. Look at the skills that they are looking for and then incorporating that in your resume. Now generally we don't write things like MS Excel or MS PowerPoint in our resume because we feel that it's too basic. But if you see that in the job description, make sure to incorporate it. And finally, include statistics in your resume. For example, a 95% accuracy that you achieved in your previous project, or a 15% increase in sales that you achieved in your previous internship, or a 12-member team that you worked with in your college club. The more statistics you include, the more credibility you attach to your resume. Finally, once you've prepared your resume, make sure to rename it correctly. Please don't call it resume or resume underscore version 5 or Neha underscore resume. As a founder of a company, I am always hiring people, and when I receive resumes with these names, it irritates me to no end because then I have to download these resumes and rename them before saving it to the folder. And you can't be expecting a recruiter to be doing that for you. It really creates a bad impression. So what you need to do is first save your resume as a PDF file and then you rename it properly. How? With your full name, underscore the word resume, underscore the position that you are going for. For example, Neha Agrawal underscore resume underscore communication coach. Now the moment I rename my resume like this and I send it to the recruiter, immediately they understand who am I, what is this document, and finally which position am I going for, and it creates a good impression about you. So guys, that's all I wanted to share with you today. Hope this video gave you some perspective of what kind of resumes we generally create and how a professional one needs to be. So if you wish to learn this lifetime skill of building a professional resume, which will be useful to you whenever you're switching jobs or looking for a new opportunity, you can join me for my resume building course. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment. And now, thank you so much for watching this video, and I wish you have a fantastic career ahead.